the cloud. Hi, we are recording. Can you say hi? Say hi. Mwah. All right, so tonight's call is already not going as planned because my husband had to work late, so Ayla's joining us. It is right just before bedtime. So that's just a pre-warning that this might end shortly and abruptly. Hello, are you on the phone? Yeah, so this is Ayla. We have Moana on, and I'm just waiting till a couple people hop on here, and I'll get started. So I just wanted to do a live call. Excuse me. I've also been sick the past like 2.5, 3 weeks. And oh my gosh, this is like, we're not answering that. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm just gonna get right into it and not tell you every detail of what's going on in my life. All right, so the Game Changer program, it is day 5 today. So we're halfway through, and I will be doing another live video like this towards the end of the program. So probably on Monday, October 30th will be day 9, and that will be kind of like a recap and a conclusion day, because then we have the last day. Yeah, so we're halfway through. I've been having so much fun posting about this and emailing everybody, and I do want to apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning if you were not getting the emails. This is the first time I'm doing it the way I had the registration and the sign up, just so I had everyone's emails. So it's a learning experience for me, and I did have a couple technical difficulties, but I handled it all, and I haven't heard anyone missing emails. I'm also in my living room, not in like my little office setup downstairs, so I'm using my laptop, and I feel like the quality isn't as good as it would have been downstairs, but we're moving forward. So I wanted to talk about just going through from day 1 to day 5. Actually, I'll even talk about day 6. And then I have a little bit of an update for you guys of something new. So I do have, I added a place to my website where you can get, or you can read the emails, just because I made it when a lot of people weren't receiving them, just so that I could say, oh, just go to my website. It's all there. If you missed emails 1, 2, 3, they're there. But I haven't had any messages in a couple of days, so I'm assuming everyone is getting the emails who wants the emails. Yeah, so day 1 was all about lifestyle, and what is a lifestyle? It really is just the way you live your life. Thank you. It's just the way you live your life, and the reason why I put it in the Game Changer Guide is because having the consciousness or the awareness of the fact that you are living a lifestyle that you have built for yourself, that was something that totally changed my life. The quote, how you start your day is how you live your day, how you live your day is how you live your life. Because, I always thought like, oh, sometimes I go on vacations and sometimes I do this. It's like, well, sometimes isn't your whole life. Like, what you're doing every single day, that's your life. Like, your life can be boiled down to what you do on an average day. So that to me was like a huge game changer. It was a game changer. And I said, I don't want my life to just be eat, work, clean my house, and go to sleep. I was like, no, there has to be more. So that really opened the door to the next few game-changing tips that totally changed my lifestyle and my life and my perspective and everything like that. And I wanted to go over, I just had 5 different, this is going to be our entertainment for tonight, 5 different thought-provoking questions, and just to bring your awareness to your current lifestyle. So I had a few statements that you could choose to agree with, and this is for your own personal use. Don't take it too seriously. If you're not sure, there's no wrong answer, so don't even worry about it. But I love the way I live, or I love the way I live. That's an option. I'm on a lifestyle path that isn't quite right for me, doesn't quite line up with where I want it to be. Or the next one is my current lifestyle doesn't align with my goals. So maybe you like the life you're living, but you want to be somewhere else, or you're not headed in the direction towards your goals. And then I'm unhappy with my lifestyle. And I mean, there's tons of other options that you could go to, but I just wanted you to think about where you are right now. What's your starting point? And then the next question is describe your current lifestyle. So if I were to answer the first one, I would definitely say I love the way I live my life, but I'm also like, I don't know if it's not that I would say it's not quite right for me, but like I have this like even bigger vision for myself, and I do feel like I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet, and it's just something to look forward to. In describing my current lifestyle, I think I live a very, she's unplugging the computer. I live a very healthy lifestyle, live a positive lifestyle. Just what comes to mind when you think about your lifestyle? Is it a relaxed lifestyle? Is it easygoing? Like I love to think, or no, I am an easygoing person. I adapt to change really well, and that's something that I've always been able to handle is change. So I think I'm really easygoing. 3, what is your favorite way to stay active? And that's just like, I only ask this question because what you do is such a huge part of your lifestyle. So, you know, are you going to the gym every day? Like that is part of your lifestyle. If you're more like, if you're a busy mom, like that's part of your lifestyle. So how are you staying active? Because you're active whether you're just getting up and going to work, or you're taking care of your kids, or you're running 10 miles every 2 days. Like that's all activity. So that's that third question. The fourth one is, I did talk about how lifestyle is based off the choices you make. And I gave some examples of different choices. Some of them I make every day. So here are some different things you can choose to do every day. Are you choosing to wake up early? Are you choosing to eat healthy? Exercise, show gratitude, meditate, spend time outside, self-care, hydrate, relax, connect, read, create. Like what are you choosing to do every day? Because that is building your lifestyle. And it definitely, like, even when I was making this, I was like, wow, I could do more of that, or I could, you know, add more of that, and that could be part of my lifestyle if I wanted it to. Like I don't do enough art. Like that's just an example I'm throwing out there. Like I'm not drawing enough, or I'm not like making things. Like I'm making these guidebooks, so that's kind of fulfilling my artistic side. But just, and my creativity is there. So that's just an example. And the fifth question is describe your dream lifestyle in 5 words. So if you can break it down into 5 words, like how your ideal life, what would that be? Would it be an ideal healthy lifestyle, or would it be an ideal, like, are you always on the go? Do you really like being in one place all the time? Do you want something consistent? Do you need the routine? So that's up to you. It's totally open to interpretation. Now I'm getting into number 2, morning routine. And I have so much to say about morning routine. That's why this one's a couple pages long. Plus I sent out that email, and I have more tips that have come to me today. So I'm just gonna take a sip of water. She's being so good. So I did hear one of the podcasts I was listening to, and I did write this, I think it was in the email, it might have been in the Game Changer Guide, but morning routine, it shouldn't be a routine for a couple reasons. One, you don't want it to be something that you have to do, that you're dragging yourself. You're like, I have to work out, and I have to meditate. I have to do this. I have to, whatever it is, whatever your morning routine. I want to use the word routine as in like, it's your system. It's your system that you've set up for yourself to have the best day. It's a system you set up for yourself that will carry you through the day, which will translate into your life. So what are you doing in the morning? What are you setting yourself up for? What I heard on the podcast today was, instead of thinking of it as a morning routine, thinking of it as what was the word? Like an energy catalyst. What is your energy catalyst for the morning? What are you doing to produce the energy for the rest of the day? So that to me was like, yes, like that's what it is. That's what my morning routine is. Like it wakes me up. It dusts off the sleepy haze that if I don't do my morning routine, I'm in the haze all day long. And it's not good. I'm cranky, I'm irritable, I'm not patient, and I get easily frustrated. Like if I don't have my routine, and even on like the weekends when I like to sleep in a little bit, I still need alone time in the morning to like breathe and think, and I still want to move my body even like on a rest day. Like, so yeah, how are you setting yourself up for the day? What is your energy catalyst, or what is your, relaxation source in the morning that is going to carry you through the rest of the day? So instead of thinking, oh, it's a routine is like something that we think of as boring and dull and mundane. It's a routine. So thinking of it in a different perspective, that totally changes it. Also, I believe that you should start your day by listening to your body, listening to what you need for the day. She's being so good. So like, I don't schedule my workouts. I really don't. I tell people that they should, because it'll help you stay motivated and save you time in the morning. And it does take a little bit of time for me when I'm like, what do I want to do today? But I like listening to my body, and I'll decide it's a rest day when I wake up in the morning and I want a rest day. That's how my routine works, because it's not a routine. It's what I think I need for that day. And it's usually pretty consistent. Like I need the same things, but if my body's telling me I need 45 minutes of sleep before I get going, then that's what I'm going to do. So just being able to adapt to that. So some of the things I do is I work out first thing. I wash my face, brush my teeth, change into the clothes that I already picked out, ready to go. And I'm downstairs within like 6 minutes. And then I start my workout. Honestly, I've only been working out for 15 minutes, sometimes 20, 25, 30 minutes. And then I meditate. I sit down, I have all my energies like flowing. I'm in a really high vibration. I'm sweating. And I sit down. I set a timer. I turn on Spotify meditation music. That's my newest tip. But you do get ads in between, so that's kind of a pain. But if you're starting off with small meditations sessions, it's fine. Like you can find a 3, 4, 5 minute track to listen to. And I just sit down, I sit quietly, I set a timer on my phone, listen to music, and don't think. Just meditate, relax. I could do a whole video about meditation. Then I usually check in really quick on my phone, shower. I've been taking cold showers. I mentioned this on my Instagram story. I don't have like a full review of the benefits of that yet, but I've been taking cold showers only for like 1 to 2 minutes, which is, I've had to build up that tolerance to the cold showers. So I take a shower, I drink, I've been kind of off with this, not gonna lie. With my apple cider vinegar drink, I've only been drinking like 1 tablespoon instead of 2. And my green tea, then I just get her ready, pack up the car, and we're good to go. So that's my morning routine. You can read more about it in the Game Changer Guide. I'm so glad I found the routine I did, because I used to just rush. I would rush, and I was always late. And now I'm like, I'm on time. I could be earlier, but we're moving on to balance. This is number 3. So this is something, I have so much to say. Like I didn't get it all out in the Game Changer Guide. I didn't get it all out in the email. So that's why I'm doing this live calls, to just get it all out. So a lot of people, you'll find when you start hearing people talk about balance or discuss it, a lot of people say it's not achievable. Balance is unrealistic. Balance is the same thing as perfection, right? It's like having a balanced life is there. People are trying to say it's impossible. And I don't know if I agree with that, because it's like saying having a balanced diet is impossible. It's not impossible. You can eat fruits, vegetables, like meats, grains, and then some desserts and treats. Like that's balanced to me. Like why is that impossible? So I think a balanced life is possible, but what I said before in my Instagram is that it's a constant thing. It's not an end result. It's not a static thing that doesn't move. Balance means you're constantly moving because you're constantly trying to balance. So I give the example, if you're standing on one leg and you're trying to hold that position, this is you standing on one leg, you know, you might sway to one side, or, you know, like the wind might blow you to the other, and you're always trying to like counteract that and balance it out. So it's always like you're just rolling with the punches and the ebbs and flows of life. Even if you do have the most, like, I want to use the word perfect, but if you have like a really consistent life, things go smoothly for you, like, there are things in life you cannot plan for, and that's where you need to be able to balance. Like, the baby's sick, so you know, you can't do X, Y, and Z, or you need to, the babysitter canceled, or you always have to be able to adapt your schedule, your life. That's what balance is. So I just asked some questions about like making a conscious decision to have that balance. Like, what would that look like for you? How do you actively restore balance in your life? Are you flexible? Like, being flexible is so important. And then I talk about just like, where are you spending your time? Just sit down and think about like how many hours you're at work versus how many hours you're taking care of yourself versus how many hours you're spending with your family versus how many hours you're on social media. Just really be honest with yourself and think about it. Like, can you cut back, or can you add like some time for yourself and some time for your family, or whatever it may be? Maybe you spend way too much time with your family and you don't give yourself enough time to do your other activities or spend time with your friends. So it's all about balance. All right, number 4 is staying present. Sorry, I'm just clicking back and forth. So number 4 is staying present. And excuse me, I am guilty of not being present, and it's something that I've been trying to work on. I am constantly planning in my head for, I'm just going over to-do list. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Even like when I'm talking to people, it's so bad. Like, I was on a call like this the other night, and I was listening to someone else talk, but I was on my phone. I was texting people. I was posting stuff on Instagram. I was checking my email on the computer and a different screen. Like, I was not paying attention. And if that's what you're doing right now, I want you to stop and look at me, because if you are trying to do more than one thing at one time, it's multitasking. That was my excuse for like not being present. I can multitask it. And they have shown that it's really difficult for you to do 2 things at the same time and do them both well. And I know I challenge that. I'm like, well, you haven't met me. Like, I can do like 3 things really well at the same time. But someone said, this is in The Happiness Equation by Neil Pasricha. I can't say his last name. But he does talk about multitasking, and how some people will phrase multitasking as doing multiple things wrong at the same time, or screwing up 2 things at the same time, or something like that. So basically, don't try to multitask. What you really should do is really try to focus on the task at hand, and do it so well that it'll take you half the amount of time that, you know, if you're trying to write an email, but you're checking your phone in between like sentences, think of how long it's going to take you to write that email. Or if you just sat down for 4 minutes and focused on the email, wrote it out, sent it, and then check your phone. And this is something that I struggle with it, because I like jumping from project to project, but I do understand, I do like the feeling of getting one thing done. So that's just my take on staying present. I didn't mention that in my email. I didn't mention it in the program or my Instagram stories this week, but it's true. So how you can stay present, and that just means like keeping yourself here, not in the future, not in the past. And I didn't want to get into this, but I'm just going to say it. So like, thinking into the future, that causes anxiety. That causes you to be stressed out. worried. Worrying is the worst thing you could do. My favorite quote, I love quotes, you guys. I'm like a book of quotes. But worrying is a down payment on a problem you may never have. So you're putting all of your energy into worrying about something that may never happen. So that's thinking about, don't think about the future, think about right now. Thinking about the past can make you depressed. Like if you're like reliving a terrible situation, if you're regretting something, if you're thinking like I could have, should have, would have, if I would have known, I would have done that, I could have done this. Don't go back there. It's done. It's gone. If you're staying back there, you are not living your best life. You're not being your best self for everyone around you. You need to let that go. And that's a whole nother video again. So don't worry about the future. Don't worry about the past. Focus on right here, right now, so that you can be the most alive. That's all you have. Like, and that's another thing, like, I'm just going to keep going on. I'm running out of time, so I really can't. But time is just in our heads. If you really think about it, the past is gone. It's history. All you have is a memory of it. And I have learned about like reprogramming your brain to not have the same emotional attachment to the past. And that's a huge, like a very in-depth topic. But the time, you will only ever have this moment right now. That's really important. And that was a game changer for me because it just makes you really appreciate every moment, especially since I've had her. Oh my God. Okay. We're moving on to number 5. Exercise. Now, when I put this in here, I was like, this is so silly. Like, duh, people know to exercise. But at the same time, it's important in a way that like your doctor's not going to tell you like, oh yeah, you need to like stay healthy, keep your body moving, stay active, 30 minutes a day or whatever the doctors say now. But I wanted to share my perspective and how that shifted with the topic of exercise. So, I mentioned this in my email. I used to go to the gym for hours, like 1 to 2. And I was never satisfied. I always felt like weighed down, sore, bloated, puffy. Like, I was tired all the time. I was tired all the time, and I was going to the gym for like 1 to 2 hours. I'm like, why am I so tired? Duh, that is so dumb. But I loved it. I really enjoyed being there. I wasn't ever like forcing myself to go. I always felt like I had a healthy relationship with exercise. I just didn't have the right mindset. That's what it was. So it really happened after I had Ayla because I really didn't have the time to exercise. And I was like, you know what? I just need to move my body. Just need to move. And I started doing shorter workouts, and it was amazing. I had more energy. I felt lighter. I felt good. I didn't feel tired, and I had more time with my family. And I saved so I can sleep in like a lot more in the morning instead of going to the gym at like 4:30. It's ridiculous. I mean, if that's your lifestyle, that's fine. I honestly miss it. Like, I miss going to the gym, but I love my new lifestyle and my new exercises or my new workout. So I just want to talk about like, touching on that, the gym. You don't have to go to the gym to be active. You don't have to go to the gym to exercise. You can exercise at your house. I do it every single day. You can do it with virtually no equipment. Literally, I have like library of workouts that don't require any equipment. Like, I could do them right now in my sweater holding my baby. Like, there's so many things you could do. Like, gym membership is not an excuse. Equipment is not an excuse. And then there's just things like if you don't even like working out, which I know some people, I'm sorry, I'm drinking kombucha, so it's like, if you don't like the idea of working out, if you're like, I really don't want to get sweaty, I don't have time, blah, 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 think about things you can do with your friends and family. You can go for a walk. You guys can go to a yoga class together. Just going for a hike, playing outside, like chasing her around, that's exercise. It really is. But just changing my perspective over, instead of like exercising, to see changes in my body and to be stronger and to run faster and run farther. And there was all of these physical things I was looking for with exercise. And you will get those if you are consistent and you are exercising. But I shifted from that mindset to focusing on the mental benefits of exercise. And then through doing that, my body just like came into its myself. I feel like I was like, this is weird, but I went through puberty like really late. I never felt like comfortable in my own skin. And then when I started, like after I had her, it was after I had a baby, that's when I started feeling like comfortable. And I know a lot of women say that, and yeah, she might have something to do with that. But I do think like how I relaxed with my exercise routine and let my body be what it wanted to be. And this sounds so weird, but I just was more relaxed about it. And now I'm comfortable. I'm happy. Everything's great. And I like to think that could happen for anyone. So, all right, now I have to go over, okay, tomorrow is goal setting. And oh my gosh, you guys, I have a whole goal setting guide book that is amazing. And I only talk about setting the goals with this program because I do believe setting a goal is super important to help you move forward, to help you grow in life. That's what goal setting is all about. If you're not setting for and striving for, or setting goals and striving towards them, working towards them, you're not growing, or you're not growing as much as you could be. All right, so I'm just gonna go on my website real quick on my phone so I can show you what, I go to type in Kim Perry and it says Kim Possible. Okay, so that's tomorrow, setting goals. I do talk about how to set a goal. In your email, there's a lot more information about setting goals. So get excited for that. I've been sending out my emails at like 6 in the morning, if you've noticed. So that's now part of my morning routine. All right, so I'm gonna show you my phone. This is my website. I'm assuming most of you guys look at my website from your phones. I always look at my website from a computer, so it looks really different, but all right. Oh no, am I holding this straight? Okay, so if you go to the drop-down menu and you go under shop, I think it's Game Changer, or if you're on the homepage, the Game Changer is the first thing that pops up and you click Let's Go, and then you scroll down. So this might look familiar. This is the description. I wrote in progress because you can't register. If you need another copy of the Game Changer, it's right there. And then I put day 1, day 2, all of the emails, day 3, day 4, balance, stay active, exercise, and then this is day 6. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one. This is day 6, goal setting. So this is tomorrow's email. You're getting a sneak peek of it. And it gives you tips on how to set goals. So I just wanted to share that. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it up because I'm not sure how I want this program to stay on my website, if I want it to be a part of my website or if I want it to be something I do every so often. And I do have more ideas and I want to switch it up for next time. But that is all for tonight. I just wanted to show you that all of the emails are available so you don't have to worry about, like, I know I personally like to delete emails and clean out my inbox. I should do it more than I have been doing it. But if you want to delete your emails, they will be here for you to view for the time being in your Game Changer guide. So there. And then you can click on see more. There'll be, the other days. They're just pictures right now, not the emails. So that's it. My husband is home. It's time for bed, and we're going to go. So I hope that answered a lot of your questions, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Say bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye? She's distracted by Moana. All right, bye. Thanks for watching.